Gaurav Kumar Jain. First of all, thank you very much for checking out this video and joining me in the tutorial. So I would first like to request you to quickly just share the link of this video in your groups so that friends also can come and join this video. Maybe possible that they might thanks because it's Diwali festival going on. No problem, they can join in afterwards. But yes, I should say share the link of this video because this is going to teach you a lot of things. This video is going to teach every one of you a lot of things about computer vision. Let's without wasting any previous lecture, also in the same code I have defined already for you guys. Connection at my end if you're fine or not. Thank you very much for bearing with me. Okay, I got it back to the meeting successfully. So OpenCV's version 0.4, it's the one which I am using. Okay, and then I will be using Cvzone. Right, let me just help you with the version of, so it is 1.5.2. I would request you to download these three packages. You don't have to do it, you just have for downloading these packages. What you can do, you can come over here on this Python packages. Simply type the name of the package you want to download. Suppose you want to download OpenCV. Simply type the name of the package here. You will find it over here. I suppose you are seeing a version greater than 4.5. What you can do, you can delete it first and then you can download this one I am using. It is possible due to some compatibility issues you might not get the same output which I am going to show you now after putting the code which we are going to learn about today. So let's quickly from this Cvzone dot hand tracking module import the hand detector function. Okay, that's the way, and it's very simple here. And over here, just after the point where we are capturing the video, can use a variable. Let's have a variable with name detector, right? And to it, I would like to use here hand detector. Just a second, that's the one. So it's a function with the help of which we can detect the hands. Fine. Now here you can see it requires some parameters passed to it. The first one is detection con. If you will not pass anything for detection con, it will take zero point 0.5 as default value. Right. Similarly, we have maximum hands. Maximum number of hands that is going to be that you are going to show to the camera. So it's 2 by default, but it can increase or decrease it also. So for more users use this at the same time, so you can increase or decrease the hands. Let's only pass the values for detection con. So I would love detection con and the uh, maximum hands. I would like to keep it 0.8, and for maximum hands, let's make it 2. I think that is going to be a good idea. Let's come down inside this while loop, and here after this point where we are creating a window with title image, and we are showing all the images which this camera is capturing for us, we can use two variables. Let's say hands and img. Let's use this detector variable which we just defined over here just before this while loop in order to find the hands, okay, which is going to appear in the window. So that's the way, right? Let me just run this code for you and let's see what is going to happen when I will bring my hands in front of the camera. So you can see the camera is on and it's right now not showing anything to me. The moment I will bring my hand in front of the camera, this is happening. It's so first. Okay, let me just close it and show us left and right things. Okay, I think it should be should be below this, because here we are detecting our hands and then we are saving it this img, and then we can show the img with the detected hands. So that is the right code. Let me try it out. That's the video. And okay, so I'm getting the output. As you can see, this is my left hand, as you can see, and this is my right hand. Clearly appear. So boxes also. Great. Let me just remove this red background. I think then the things will be more clear to all of you, because the pink is not okay. Now it is perfectly fine. See, beautiful. Right, left, fine. So see, the labels are also getting reflected, and my hands are covered with angular box. So that's something very amazing, something very nice about computer vision. The kind of output we get, it's incredible. Okay, so img, and let me just tell you how you can customize the output. So if you will simply trace of this, let me just comment it out. I'm copying this whole thing and I'm putting it over here, right? And in place of img, what I'm doing, sorry, here I'm writing draw false. Now what will happen if I will use this parameter draw over here, and simply I will pass this false to it. Let's just run this first. Okay, camera just turned off. Why? Have I not used it correctly? Okay, I think I'll have to remove it. So I'm able to see myself, and now those rectangles will not appear. Either those dots will appear, right? So that's the draw. With the help of this draw function, control the output. Let me close it. You want to see the dots? Okay, I haven't used it, right? Let me just with this now. Fine. So if we use both these lines of code together, what is going to happen? Let's just check it out. So now I am running this code first. See, what's going to happen? Okay, so the camera is on, and I'm able to see the dots. Left rectangle requires right. Left is not visible to us. Okay, so if now it is perfectly fine. Let me just view over here. View. So this code is working fine, right? Now I would like to get rid of this one. I don't want it anymore. Let's now come down over here. Let's define this if control statement. So if this condition is true, what should happen? I want to detect the hands separately. So right is going to be hand 1, left is going to be hand 2. And there is one more thing which you can do. Let me just show you that. There is this property named flip type. I don't know whether you have used it or not, but I would definitely like to tell you. So you can pass it like this. You can use it like this. Simply over here you have to pass boolean values to this flip type. So if you will pass false to it, what will happen? Let me just show you. Now your this right hand, this is my right hand, here it is getting reflected left, the label is left. So that's flip type, that it has flipped the labels. The moment I will bring my left hand, it will show right on the window, and the moment I will bring my left hand, it will show left, right. It's right hand label, which is left. This is how you can this flip type uh, property. Hope you have understood this. In case if you're finding anything complicated, you guys can just tell me about it in the comment section. I am check the comment section also very soon. Okay, let's now try and find out the length of the hand. So for doing that, simply come down, and here we can use this function length. And where are the hands coming? They are coming in this named hands, so we can simply copy it and paste it over here. Let's run the code and see what is going to happen. What are we going to get? Okay, so values are going to come here. Right now it is 0 zeros which are appearing. Now it is 1, right? 1 is coming. Bring it in front of the camera. Now 2 is coming, you can see, right? So length, with the help of length hands, you can find out the number of hands which are there in front of the camera. Great, it's working. It's incredible, right? Please do not forget to like and share this video. Quickly share this video in your group so that it can reach to the maximum students possible, and they can also come and enjoy these coding classes I'm giving on my channel. Thank you very much in advance for all the support and all the love you are providing to my channel and to me. Okay, so it's time for us to now define a code for hand detection. So if hands, because the hands are going to, it is able to detect the hands, and the hands are going to come. We can access the hands using index numbers. And index number for hand 1 will be 0. Am I right? So hand 1 is going to be hands. It will be in this hands 0, right? It will be on this hands 0. Then we can simply use lm list 1, the variable which generally professionals use. This will find this name in all the Mediapipe related projects, so that's the reason I have. So that in case you are going through the code written by a professional, get confused. It is totally your call, by the way, what variable or what name you want to use for this code. Then we can simply pass this lm list as a parameter. This hand 1 function, here we are using lm list 1. We took this list. So this lm list will give you all the 21 landmark points. Fine, it will give you all the 21 landmark points, and that is why I put it over here. Hope everything is going fine. It's working fine. It's working perfectly fine. Now let me just write the whole code. So lm list, and then we can draw a box, b box. Let's say b box 1 is equals to hand 1, and here I would like to just write b box. Okay, then the center point, for detecting the center point, we can have again a value. So center point 1, let's have hand 1. Here we can pass center. It's a very simple code for list lm list 1 lm list, for b box 1 b box, and for center point 1 center, right? So it will give you everything you require. Then hand type, if you want, so you can save it in some other variable. Let's say hand type 1, and from this hand should be hand 1 hand 1 hand 1. First hand, it's this variable. Here I use 1, here also it should be hand 1, right? And then what we have done here, we have accessed the first hand. saved it in the variable, and then we are extracting, we are accessing all the properties of that hand. We extracted all the 21 points are there on the hand. We extracted that box kind of thing, which is appearing when we are bringing our hand in front of the camera. We are accessing the center point of the box and also the type of the right. So whether it's a left hand or right hand, that's what I mean by type of hand. And we are then showing it to the user on the image window, on the which appear. Okay, let me just print something. So after getting all the values, I would like to print the length of LM list 1, right? And also I would like to print all the 21 points. So that is how we can do it, right? Let me just run this code and see what are we going to get in this console screen. Okay, right now there is no hand in front of the camera. The moment I will bring my hand, you can see the values have started appearing. Okay, changing the position of hand, and the values are also changing. And this is one, right? For this first hand, right hand, I will bring my left hand. So for this window, this is now the first hand. If I will bring my other hand in front of the camera at the same time, so what will happen? See, it is showing us two, right? So there are two hands. Fine. So that's the magic of this code. You can find everything related to the hands. Okay, so good to go. Now let's do one thing. Let's also print the center point. So I'm commenting out this thing, and for printing the center point, because it is going to come in this center point one variable, so we can simply here inside this print function, let's see what are we going to get. Similarly you can, now this is the center point value. That's incredible, right? The code is working perfectly fine, and the way I have calculated, I've showed you how you can find out the center point and this LM list 1. You can also print the values for of this hand type and this boundary box. Fine, let me just help you with this too. So I am going to print hand type 1 now. Let's see what are we going to get. So the moment I will bring my right hand in front of the camera, okay, so right is coming, right hand. Moment I will bring my left hand, okay, now left is coming in the panel. That is awesome. The way we have defined the code for this hand 1, let's do the same for hand 2 also. So I can just copy it, and I just have to paste it over here, and let's now change it to this. If suppose the length of hands is equal to 2, that is what I want to do, right? If the length of hands is equal to 2, then this should happen. Now have I written this code correctly? I think not correct. We need to put the brackets here, and let me just remove it. Yeah, if there are two hands in front of the camera, then what should happen? Here it should be hand 2, and here it should be hands 1, right? Here it should be 2. All the ones need to be replaced by, let me do it quickly. Okay, so I'm done with changing the names of all the variables. It's time for us to change the number here on the right side also of the equations. Fine, and let me just print the hand type 1 and hand type 2 also. Great. Okay, let me run the code and let's see what are we going to get. So I'm able to see myself and right. Left. So now I am getting left and right both. Earlier I was getting only left. Distance between 2 points, right? There are 21 points on one hand that we are able to see. I would like to find out the distance between 2 points such that one point is on the left hand and the other point is on the right hand. So how can we do that? First of all, I would like to just write a code over here. I'm eliminating, I am putting it over here. So let's use a variable first. Let's say fingers too, and let's make use of this detector dot finger up. Sorry. So there is this function named finger up. You can find in this detector finger up. Right, and to this you can pass hand to. I think there is something which is not correct. Now it is fine. Perfect. Let's now print. So here we have used finger 2 and it's fine. Okay, I would like to do the same thing in previous if control state also. I would like to put it here and let's just change it to 1. Finger 1, fingers up, hand 1. Now here in place of hand type 1, hand type 2, let's have fingers 1. Okay, and let's have fingers 2 over here. We just check whether I will be able to get the required output or not. Okay, so I am quick code and it's very simple, you must be finding it difficult. It's very simple. And it's my left hand. You can see some values over here and it's working perfectly fine. Now it's the values of my fingers which is appearing, values of the points which are appearing on the console panel. Fine, that's what fingers, that's how you can detect the fingers, right? That is how you can detect the finger. Fine, it's now time for us to do something different. We can just remove this from here, this from here. I don't want this to want this anymore, and we just calculate the distance between the two hands. So for that, length LEH, length info and img is equals to, let's have it equal to detector for find. So find distance is a function you can use for getting the required output. Then we have this lm list. Let's put list 1 first, and how to access the first point which is there in this list 1. So list 1, as I've told you, has all the points, all the 21 points which are there on the first hand, and list 2 is going to have all the points which are there on the second hand. Fine. So what we can do, we can simply put list 1 here. After that we can put here 8, right? If you want to find out the distance between 2 points which are there on the same hand, you can do that. So I'm going to tell you that first, and after that I'm going to tell you how you can find out the distance between 2 points such that each point, both the points are on different hands. lm list 1, and then I would like to find the distance between the 8th point which is there on a hand and the 12th point which is on the same hand. So I think that's the way we can do it. And let's now pass one more thing to it. In bracket is fine. I think there is something which is missing. We need not to use a tuple value here. We can simply pass a value like this, and let's have this img also. If I will, okay, so this is fine. Is there anything which I am missing? I am confirming will give us. Okay, so I think I am getting here now. What is here? LM list one is not LM. I've used this variable somewhere and I haven't defined it anywhere. Reason I'm getting an error. Okay, so error. Okay, LM list. So LM list like this. Running it again. There. One is. You can see, I am. This line is appearing, right? That's the magic of the code, which just defines the distance between point number 8 and point number 12 of the same hand. Fine, it is working perfectly fine. Fine for us to now check whether it can, we can do it for two different hand slots. So I am putting here 2, and let's now run the code. So first hand, I think I to put it here. First hand, see, now distance is also okay, fine. This is this. We use this technique in that we will be using this technique when we will be making volume controller. Just do one thing. Let me change it to 8. If I'll change it to 1, then what will happen at first? Because I want to refer to the same points on one is this. This is the first point. So we'll be using this technique in volume control. Working perfectly. How amazing. Okay. Close this window. So that's the way you can, just measure the distance between two points and hands. And if you want, you can measure the distance between the center point also. What you have to do, you have to just simply put here center 1. Then you can copy it, and over here you can put center point 2. And the moment you will run the code, will take it out. Otherwise, not able to detect with this hand. That's the center point. And we length 5 working perfectly. Let me just quickly show you the whole code before ending this lecture so that you guys can work on it. I would like to know from you guys in the comment section how many of you have successful in developing this code. That's the whole code. I hope you like this lecture. Please do not forget to like it. groups and make it reach to the maximum students possible, because I want them, I really want them to come on my channel and enjoy the coding classes, which I am providing right now on my channel. Thank you so very much for all the love, for all the words are putting in for making my channel